Good morning, students. Today, in the chapter of reproduction in organisms, we are going to discuss about the sexual mode of reproduction. The topic is sexual mode of reproduction. Students, regarding sexual mode of reproduction, in this process of reproduction, there are some characteristic features which we will be seeing here. Like, first of all, the first feature of this mode of reproduction is that it is a biparental process. Basically, there are two parents, and if the parent is a bisexual organism, biparental in the case when the parent is unisexual parents are there. So basically parents are unisexual, so the process will become biparental. There will be two parents respectively, one the called as the male parent and one as the female parent, right? And if suppose the parent is a bisexual organism, so there will be two parts of the parent that we are going to discuss later on. So these two parents, how they contribute for the process of reproduction. The parents, they go under a process of gametogenesis, a type of process in which gametes are formed, and the male parent used to form the male gamete, and the male gamete is the sperm, as we can take the example of reproduction in human beings, and the female gamete is going to be the ovum or the egg. The gametes which are formed are haploid structures. They are going to have one set of chromosome, single set, and these haploid gametes, they go under the process of fertilization, and as a result they'll form a fertilized cell, which is also called as fertilized egg, and that is termed as zygote, which is a diploid structure 2n. The formed zygote then will go under a process of embryogenesis, and this will result into the formation of embryo. We are taking the example of human beings here, and then this embryo will result into the formation of fetus, and this fetus will develop into the young one. This is how the process of sexual reproduction gets completed, right? Now, which are the basic steps that we can see here? The step number 1, that is the gametogenesis process. Then step number 2 is the fertilization process, and the step number 3 is the embryogenesis process. If we need to summarize the whole process of sexual reproduction, so before the process of fertilization there is one phase, this one, and this is called as the pre-fertilization event, followed by the fertilization process, and this fertilization will then be followed by the post-fertilization event. Here it is, the post-fertilization event, right? And as a result, young ones are produced. So we can find it out here that the process of reproduction have 3 steps. Step number 1, pre-fertilization. Step number 2, fertilization, and step number 3, that is the post-fertilization event. Now, talking about the mode of reproduction in human beings. So in human beings, the gamete formation process, that is the gametogenesis, is of 2 types. The sperm formation process is called as the spermatogenesis, and the ovum formation process is called as the oogenesis. This formed gamete will go under fertilization to form zygote, Now zygote is a single celled structure which is a diploid structure. This zygote will go under mitotic division, mitosis or mitotic division. It's a type of cell division, equational cell division, and as a result the first structure which is formed is morula, which is around 16 to 32 celled stage. This morula will then develop into blastula. The process is called as blastulation. Detail we are going to discuss when we take the chapter of reproduction in human beings. Then after blastula formation, this blastula goes under the process of arrangement of cells into the form of germinal layers. This is what is called as the gastrulation. And due to gastrulation process, the structure which is formed is called as the gastrula. And gastrula is the arrangement of the cells of the blastula into the form of germ layers. If there are two, it is diploblastic type of development. If there are three, ectoderm, endoderm and mesoderm, then this is going to be the triploblastic type of development. Followed by, after this gastrulation is over, now it results into the formation of embryo development, which is called as the embryogenesis. Which later results into the development of placenta and other structures, which is called as placentation. And then after embryo is formed, this embryo goes under the process of organ development, which is organogenesis. After organs are being formed, these organs now later on develop into the young one through a process of gestation. It's a duration of time for the complete development of the young one, and this is approximately around 280 days in the case of human beings. So this is the total summary for the process of reproduction in human beings. Now the important steps to which we are going to discuss in the coming part of the chapter will be the mechanism of spermatogenesis and oogenesis, how the sperm and ovum are formed, right? Then once the zygote is formed, how the zygote goes under the process of morula formation, right? Now after morula is being formed due to a process of mitotic division, then the next resulting stage is the blastula, and blastula is a ball of cell. The structure we are going to see in detail at the topic of reproduction in human beings. And then gastrulation happens, where the cells of the blastula, they get arranged into the form of germinal layers. If it is ectoderm, endoderm and mesoderm, 3 layers, then this is what is called as the triploblastic type of development, and the gastrula stage is formed. Gastrula forms the embryo goes under organ development by process of organogenesis, and then the gestation takes place. This is for those organisms who are basically sexually dimorphic organisms. Should I write it here? It is for sexually dimorphic individuals. And the whole process of this sexual mode of reproduction, we are going to discuss the sexual mode of reproduction in plants through the process of flower forming the male and female gametes and the male and female structures respectively, like the microsporophyll and the megasporophyll, and then how the zygote develops. Then zygote goes into the formation of embryo and seed formation and fruit formation. This is going to be the part of our study in plants. In animals, we are going to discuss about human beings and all these processes which are being mentioned here, like 1, 2 I mentioned there, then how morula is formed, how blastula is formed, and then what is the process of gastrulation to form the gastrula stage, then the process of embryogenesis, organogenesis, and then the total period of gestation. At the end of gestation, the young one is expelled out from the mother's uterus through process of parturition. This is going to be our study for the coming chapters in sexual mode of reproduction. So this is a summary for the sexual reproduction in a slight manner. In the detail we are going to discuss in coming chapter number 2 and 3. Till then, thank you and have a nice day.